depending on what glove he uses. He's just borrowing one tonight.
There's a drive hit deep toward left. Matt Kemp will turn, and Bautista has christened SunTrust Park with a long solo home run.
Oh, Jace Peterson with a shot for Bautista as he trotted by. Bautista almost stopped, and he stood and I think admired that one.
Got him there. So on the second pitch, Bautista is hit. Now Paul Emmel walks out to the mound, and he's issuing the warning.
Dylan, the unwritten rules of Major League Baseball on display again. So Joey bats, it's a homer. They're down 5. He does a little bit of a bat flip, little histrionics there. Braves don't like it next day. We'll plunk you with a 96-mile-an-hour heater. Oh, by the way, it led to a big inning for Toronto in the very first inning. This is baseball's unwritten rules. Eye for an eye. We'll get you. We police ourselves. Is this just bad because it's the next day, it's the first inning, and it leads to a big inning? Should they be above that if you're the ATL?
Probably, yeah. The reality is, I think, with the Freeman news and this team not going anywhere anyway, I think it was just like, look, where are we going? Let's set a tone. Let's set a tone here. That's the ace on the mound with Julio Teheran. He's the leader of the pitching staff, sort of saying, look, don't come in our park when you're hitting barely above the Mendoza line.
So there's a time and place for it.
Yeah, and you know, yeah, it wound up leading to a big inning. I'm sure Teheran would have loved to get the last laugh, plunk Joey bats,
get a double play,
and then the whole thing go away. And then you never know what happens next. The Blue Jays wound up getting the last laugh because they demolished the Braves yesterday. But
two teams, as you said, neither team's going anywhere.
Neither team's going anywhere. And I really do think the Braves took some great exception. It was the bat flip. It was the stare out to the mound from Joey Bats.
Really? Would that bother you?
Maybe a little bit. Especially after Freeman got hit. Yeah, it bothered me a little bit.
Fair enough. To me, I love it all. You know that. Like, that doesn't bother me that Joey Bats flips the bat and looks to his own dugout and does those sort of things. It doesn't bother me that Teheran retaliates. And I'm with you. I actually think there is a time and a place.
What about with the news now of what Pilar said and all that stuff? Because that was heard.
Because it's been a testy series.
Because after that, I went back and you watched Jason Mott's really clear to go around with his glove saying, you know what he just called me? You know what he just said? You know what he just said? I'm sure it riled up the whole Braves team. I'm sure it pissed them off. I'm sure it was, there's no place for the bat flip there when, this is we're up by 5 runs. You're hitting 200. Your team's throwing out some horrible slurs at our team. We got to draw the line in the sand. Neither of us are going anywhere, so screw you. We're going to hit you in the first inning to send the message. Not in the fourth, not in the seventh.
Right.
In the first damn inning, I'm going to come at your thigh where he should hit it.
And Joey Bats just put his head down, went to first base. This is new school.
He maybe thought it might be coming.
This is new school and old school colliding, right? The bat flip's new school, right? Joey Bats, and we've talked about a lot of players that are in the league now with maybe a little bit of flair that the American-born players don't always have, so maybe they take exception to that. So there are a lot of lines crossing here. I really don't have a problem with any of it.
It's all blending.
Right?
It's all part of the national pastime evolving.
No doubt.
And I think that's why we have these, unwritten rules. And I know we joke about that term and why not just write them down. But
I like it, kind of the gray areas.
The game has a way of policing itself. And certain guys that try to play sheriff and say, I know what should be done here, and they go above and beyond the letter of the law as it is with the unwritten rules of baseball, well, then they get theirs. The game find its way to karma police itself.
We have unwritten rules in the green room. Like, if you sit down in a chair first, and, let's say, I don't want to throw names out, like Clement Townsend will put all of his stuff in a chair, so that when he gets up, he feels
primo
like
chair.
It's like it's still his chair.
Right.
Nah.
He could be hosting an hour straight, and he gets back, and if you're sitting in his chair, you're like, come on, my computer was there.
That's not rule, dude. You're out there for an hour. We get the
Chair's open.
the chair.
It's open season.
We get to beat him. That's the unwritten rule.